Hey fam, thanks for coming back. For my new viewers, my name is Al. Let me explain the way that I look and why I sound the way that I sound. I have been under spiritual attack since if you are familiar with my vlogs and if you follow me and have watched my vlogs, and if you haven't, let me just catch you up. I'm a twin flame who is separated from my beloved. He is married to somebody else, and in April he reached out to me after years of not communicating with me. We were together, and then we broke up, and I was devastated, and I was trying to figure out what was happening, why I was still in love with him, and all of this other stuff. And years passed, and then in April last year he reached out to me and just started a chain reaction of another part of our journey. And when he reached out to me, that's when I started getting information about twin flames and realized that that was the connection that we share. Um, since then, we went from communicating almost all of the time to me just sending him one email a day telling him that I was going to send him Reiki energy because I'm a Reiki grandmaster. So then, more recently, the last Thursday of April, I believe it was, the 20 something Thursday, 24th, I believe it was, I went into the hospital because I was experiencing chest pressure. On the 28th, I wasn't experiencing the pressure, but I was experiencing all different kinds of body pains and all different other kinds of things. And as a matter of fact, 3 weeks before then, I had started feeling like something or somebody was following me, and it was getting really, really serious for me. So I spoke to him after all of that stuff happened, and while I was in the hospital and during all of that, all of that stuff that was happening with me physically, I felt like something was trying to take my life from me, like something was actually trying to take my heart and my soul from me. And I thought about reaching out to him, but a part of me was like, no, I'm just going to deal with this myself. So I turned to the spiritual tools that I knew. I continuously recited the Violet Flame. I did some more research on the Violet Flame. I was doing Reiki like crazy, and those things were helping. I was also working with my crystals more. And those things were helping, but I had still felt that heavy presence of something trying to take me from this plane, take me from the 3D plane. So he reached out to me on the 27th, and I reached out, I responded, but he didn't reply. So, and then he reached out to me on the 28th, and we actually spoke. And during that conversation, he told me that he had a reading, and the lady they did some spell work because she said that he had a demon surrounding him and he needed to get rid of this demon. So they did some spell work with a crystal that she gave him, and they did spell work with the crystal and the candle, and they encased the crystal in the wax from the candle, and that is where the demon would be held. And then he said that he went to this other lady who happened to be a clairvoyant, and she had him recite a spell that would allow him to get back the part of his soul that he gave me. And when he was telling me this stuff, I'm shaking like I'm shaking like either I'm getting energetic messages from spirit or like he was doing energy work over me. And the thing that was dominant in my mind was protect my beloved. So I have a history of uh, studying Wicca, voodoo, hoodoo, whatever you want to call it. In my teens, I read tarot cards. I made conjure bags. I lit candles and dressed them and blessed them and prayed over them. I did rituals. So I am very familiar with the Wicca side of spirituality as well as the non-Wicca side of spirituality, because during those years of me being sad and trying to figure out why I'm still loving him and feeling his energy, knowing when he's reaching out to me in these fictitious fake identities, I was trying to figure out everything that was happening. So I delved into the non-Wicca side of spirituality as well. So I would like to think that I'm well versed enough in both sides to be able to utilize both sides for my protection and benefit, and that's what I have been doing throughout the years. So when all of this stuff was happening, I was like, when he told me this, I was like, this is why I'm feeling like this. And I explained to him, I just want to say he started off the conversation, and I felt like he was a little apprehensive to tell me something, but I had known for a very long time that he had been going through transition. So me knowing that he's going through transition as well as everybody else, including myself, and me studying as much as I have about the twin flame connection journey experience, everything you could possibly imagine, and also experiencing it, I am of a better understanding of some of the stages, quote unquote stages, that we may go through, or the emotions or the experiences that we experience, more than he is. I have spoken to him about twin flames, but not in depth, because it's up to him to find out things on his own. So he told me that he started off the conversation telling me that he loves me, and he knows he doesn't tell me as much as he does, and although he's made decisions to live his life a certain way on earth, he wants me to understand and know that his heart is always with me, and his soul is always yearning for me, and it's yearning for me so much so that he's unable to concentrate and focus on his spiritual path. So I told him, and this was before he told me about, well, this was kind of sort of after this was after he told me about the first lady that he went to, but before he told me about the spell that he recited. So I kind of sort of figured that, there would be another period of time where we would not speak to each other. And I am of a better understanding of this whole process and a little more of who I am. So in the past, if he would have said something like that to me, I would have been like, what are you saying? Like, you don't want to speak to me anymore? Like, the fuck are you saying? But this time, I'm like, I love you regardless of what is going on. And I know that you love me too. I know that we're connected no matter what. No matter what we say, no matter what we do, I know that we're connected. So, and I also know that in you growing, I also grow. So I understand, or at least I would like to think that I understand a little how he was feeling. And I expressed that to him, and the conversation was actually great conversation, even though he told me that he was casting spells on me and shit, trying to kill me. And I also said that to him too, because I'm not gonna hold my tongue. Like, this is how I feel, of how I understand our connection. If you're trying to take the part of your soul back that you gave to me, you're trying to kill me. And I said that to him, and he was like, I'm really sorry, I didn't realize. And I made a joke of it, so that he would know that I still care for him, but still, you need to see how powerful you are. So I did a vlog about that, and then some time has passed. A couple of days have passed, and I have not felt better during those days. So I reached out to I reached out to the twin flames that I went to my Reiki attunements for. Come to find out that my beloved went to their Reiki clinic to get Reiki healing. Fine. I'm feeling a way about this, but fine. Because I'm sending him Reiki healing every day too. Fine. The more Reiki, the better. It's not that I'm being possessive about anything that he does, because I gave him the information about the Reiki clinic. So it's not like I'm like, why can't he tell me? But it's more along the lines of, okay, you did this step, and now you're telling me about the other two steps that you did that are counteractive to my life. What else have you been doing that is counteractive to my life that you don't know about, that I need to protect myself from? Because now I'm feeling like I need to be on defense, and I don't necessarily want to be on defense with him, because I know he does not really understand what is happening and what is going on. So I'm trying to back off from being so defensive, but I know I need to defend my life. So I reached out to them. I asked them if they provided counseling. I reached out to another individual that I had a reading for with regards to counseling as well. And then I reached out to one of my a spiritual advisor that I had used in the past. And she contacted me, and I decided that I needed, just a little extra help from her. And I told her just about everything that was happening since I had last spoken to her. And I also told her that I am a Reiki practitioner. Well, she wrote me back. And I feel like she has worked with my beloved's wife. I just have this like crazy feeling like she's worked with my beloved's wife, because on her site, there's an individual who has my beloved's wife's name, who is writing a comment about how good my spiritual advisor is. So, and I, I think I'm going to ask my spiritual advisor if she has worked with my beloved's wife, and I just feel like I need to get it off my chest. Whether she tells me or not, I don't care. I already know. Spirit has already told me, and it told me the first time I started working with her. I just didn't, pay attention to it because I was just a little more focused on other things. But this for me, this ties into this psychic attack, this spiritual attack that I am experiencing, because I feel it's coming from beloved's wife, and it is getting more and more intense. And I have chosen to be about love and light. We all have dark sides, and I am very familiar with my dark side. Very, very familiar with my dark side, and I'm not sure if I should use any of the knowledge of my dark side to help protect me at this point. I'm really not sure. And I need to meditate and pray on it, because it's very, very strong. And since all of this stuff has been happening, I have also included her in my prayers of love and light. And I have also said to my beloved that I do want to be with you. In my fantasy world, I said to him, in my fantasy world, you and I would be married. I would love to be married to you. You know I would. But above anything else, I would love for you to be happy in the situation that you have chosen to be in your marriage. And I want both you and your wife to find happiness within each other and within your marriage and within your relationship, because that happiness also comes back to me. And I do want to be with him, and I am not going to hide it. I'm still not going to hide it. I still want to be with him. Even going through all of these attacks, I still want to be with him. But I know that right now his happiness lies in his marriage. So I want him to find that happiness. I really, really do. Because I know that in him finding that happiness in what he wants, I'll find that happiness in what I want as well. Because what I feel reflects onto him, and what he feels reflects onto me. And he's not happy right now. He's not happy, not necessarily because of, I don't know. I mean, I think it's a combination of things. I think he's not happy because he's confused about what's happening. He's not happy because he's battling his soul and his mind. He's very logical, very mental. He's an Aquarius, and I'm a Pisces. I'm very emotional. I'm more heartfelt, and now we're in the energy of balancing, and maybe he's having a hard time balancing that, his heart and mind, because his heart is so big and he has not allowed it to shine as much as he has, or he has not used it as much as he has used his more logical side. I feel like it's that, and it's his programming is breaking down. He's transitioning. He's seeing and experiencing things that are confusing to him, and then there's that psychic attack. There's that psychic attack that I just continue to pray for him and send him Reiki. So, with all of that being said, this vlog is about spiritual warfare and spiritual warfare defense. And the crazy synchronistic thing about this is that, and because I got my papers here and everything, I'm not playing. In January of this year, I was going crazy with like the Gnostic teachings. I don't know if I mentioned it to you on any of my vlogs or not, but I was going crazy with the Gnostic teachings. Here, as you can see, it says January 1/8/2015, and I was like listening to. I was trying to find information on how to defend yourself spiritually from psychic attacks. Different prayers, different rituals, different mantras, different hand mudras, different ceremonies, different deities, different energies, everything and anything you could possibly think about. All information on psychic defense, on defense for the spirit, spiritual warfare, how we attack ourselves, how others attack us, how we have ancestral attacks, how we have past life attacks that still affect us, everything and anything. So I fell in love with Gnostic teachings years ago, and that's what I actually put Gnothi Seaton at the bottom of my emails, meaning know thyself, and that is a Gnostic term. I fell in love with Gnostic teachings years ago, and everything is so synchronistic. It's like everything, it's just great. Okay. So anyway, so let me get back to it. So in January, I printed out all of this stuff. I was doing research on the Seal of Solomon. I found that it was a very, very powerful spiritual tool that everybody should know of and use to protect themselves from any and all types of spiritual attacks. January. So it's like I prepared myself for this, but unfortunately I kind of sort of didn't, because I didn't read everything. In January, I started listening to the audio clips that they provide, and they're free. Okay, Gnostic Teaching, it's gnosticteaching.org. If you go to that site, I'll also put it at the in the comment section at the bottom of this vlog, so that you could go to the site and check out all of the information that they have. They don't only give you information about spiritual warfare, they give you information about everything Gnostic, everything spiritual. A great source to have on your spiritual quest. You don't have to necessarily believe everything, but whatever your soul clings to, take it and run with it and work with it, because I'm telling you, this stuff is real. It really, really works. So that's one thing that I definitely recommend. Go to gnosticteachings.org website and do some reading, do some listening, do some research. They have free courses. They have free books on that website that you could download and read. It's a wonderful website to get information, Gnostic information. Another great piece of information to have is information about ascended masters. And to try to work with ascended masters. Ascended masters are individuals and or entities who have established Christ-like. They haven't established. What they have done is they have ascended into their Christ being, and once they have gotten to that level, they have become ascended masters. Ascended masters and archangels are great allies to have on your spiritual quest. I strongly suggest you do some research on ascended masters and your archangels, because they are here to help us. They're here to teach us. They're here to support us. They're here so that we could learn from them and take their teachings and teach other entities that are here on earth, so that we could, spread this love and this light. There are quite a few ascended masters that I would like to think that I'm associated with. First and foremost, the first ascended master that I believe that I was ever associated to is Jesus. The second ascended master that I believe I was ever introduced and associated to is Hathor. And then beloved Saint Germain and Lady Portia, who are twin flames. And if you are a flame, whether you are connected to and or physically separated from your flame, I strongly suggest you do research with and familiarize yourself with the energies and the teachings of Lady Portia and Saint Germain, and you become the violet flame. The violet flame has helped me tremendously during this psychic attack and during, I want to say, the last 8 years. I learned about the violet flame after Beloved broke up with me, and I didn't know what was going on, and I lived the violet flame. I'm talking about, I recited the violet flame all day, nonstop, every day. Even if I think I even did it in my sleep. When I woke up, I started automatically reciting the violet flame. I was doing it so much that I would see purple, violet all over the place. People would just start, around me would just have purple. I would just see purple everywhere, and it lifted my spirits. And I believe that because I was reciting it for years nonstop, it has helped me now. And I strongly suggest you do it. I will put links up for the violet flame as well. I will put links up for a website that I printed out in December of 2014 that lists Archangel Ascended Masters. It's let me see. It's pages of them. It goes from A to Z. Associate yourself with and do research on archangels because they help protect us, and we definitely need as much protection as we can get. Another another tool for defense is, let me find my paper. Sorry, is working with your chakras and clearing out your chakras. And there's tons of exercises that you can do to start to activate and work with your chakras and clean them and cleanse them. I will also post information about that. You can also do chakra yoga. I'll give you information about that as well. The If you were or and are religious, that is another tool that you could use in your spiritual warfare. Reciting the prayers and going back to source of what you believe. That is like the foundation. That is like the foundation. And I found that when I did that, before I reached out to this spiritual advisor, I found that helped me a lot. So yeah, I wanted to share that with you, because I being that I'm going through it, I could imagine that others are going through it too, and they might not know that they're going through it. But I definitely wanted to share this information with you. I did take my spiritual advisor's advice. She advised that I continue to do Reiki, I cleanse and heal my chakras. And that's why, like, you see the bags under my eyes. I have been working. Okay? I have been working. And this is not a joke. This is real. So I cleansed and cleared my chakras last night. I have been lying down in a Merkaba. I've been visualizing and envisioning white platinum light around me, protecting me, the violet flame over me, as well as gold Reiki over that, protecting me. I've been praying to all energies and entities of love and light that were created from the beautiful balancing mother father creative energy. It's like my prayer is like non-stop, and it's a serious prayer. Because it's heartfelt, because of the things that I have experienced, and because I know that these energies and entities are real. I feel them around me, and I know that they're helping me, and I want to give back. This I think this is the greatest thing for me. I'm fighting because I want to give back to those other energies and entities who are in help, who are in need, who are in pain, because I have been there too. And with the help of the Almighty and all of the beautiful energies and entities that it has created, I have come this far. And I want to take what I have learned and all of the knowledge that they have given me and all of my experiences, and give it back so that other people don't have to experience things as badly and as negatively as they think that they do. I want to give back all that I have been given. Not because I think that I'm going to get something in return, because that is my heartfelt desire. I feel that I am going through all of this stuff because I'm supposed to go through it and overcome, to help others so that they don't have to go through it as intensely, so that they know that there is light on the other side, that we are going through all of this together so that we could be who we are supposed to be, which is nothing but love and light. So yeah, so this is like hard for me because I'm hurt. I'm hurt that beloved, has done this. I'm hurt about it. I'm hurt that he's like steps behind me, but I know I have to be patient. So my love for him diminishes the hurt. but I know that I have to protect and defend myself, my family, my friends. I have to do the same for him, his family, his friends, even if that means that I have to pray for those who are the source of this this spiritual attack that I have been fighting. And that's what I continue to do, and that is one of the greatest um, spiritual defenses that you have in yourself. Your love and your light, and you knowing that everything is love. Even lower vibration is love. It just is a misdirected energy that appears to be more negative. And there is love there. It just needs to be directed in a different way. So that, yeah, that it's all about love. It's all about love and light. So thank you for listening, and thank you for helping, because I'm tell you, every time I talk to you, I'm sorry that you hear my neighbors. It's crazy. It's almost 10 o'clock on May 5th. Oh my God, today is my father's birthday. Yeah, I also want to do something for my father. He passed away 4 years ago. Yeah, 4 or 5 years ago, and I'm gonna do something special for him today. Yeah, so I love you all so much. Oh my goodness, this connection that we have also gives me so much strength. It gives me so much strength. Thank you so much for staying with me. I will continue to be connected in the physical vlog like this, and I'm gonna continue this defense, and I'm gonna continue to love and live. So I'll check y'all later. I hope you enjoy your day.